Taurus, welcome to your powerful tarot messages for July 2025 reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general tarot reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Taurus. This is a general reading, so please keep in mind to only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear these messages. So my intention for this reading, Taurus, is to ask Spirit, what is happening in the month of July? What is the general themes of it? What do you need to be aware of what's happening and unfolding? And if anything has already happened and you guys just need some clarity on it. Basically, this whole reading, I hope, will give you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance that you're looking for in regards to the month of July. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I like to start off my readings by doing a mini meditation to clear and set the energy. But if you're here for the card pull and the card pull only, I completely understand. Go ahead and check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you who are with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to ring the sound bowl that I have back here 3 times. And during that time, I just want you to open up your energy to ask the questions you have in regards to July, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Taurus. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and see what your overall theme is for the month of July. What is generally Taurus going to experience this month? How is it going to show up in Taurus's life? Ooh, look at that, Taurus. We have luck. Beautiful. And it says you are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. So some of you guys, have always felt some resonance with the 4-leaf clover. And I do feel that there's something lucky happening here in July, and it may even be in a form of like a blessing of disguise. And I do see that, like, if it's something that has impacted you, something that you were really excited about but didn't work out, like there's something better, and that's why it couldn't work out. But others of you are already experiencing this luck, this good fortune. Something really lucky has happened or is about to happen to you. I do feel it's like winning a raffle or something, like, I don't know, running into the right person in the right time to have a strong friendship with, colleague that's going to help you expand your business, or even a romantic partner. But there is some sort of good blessings, some fortune coming into your life in July. So let's kind of explore this further. Some of you could be wearing green right now, or green someone's favorite color, aura color. Tell me more about this for Taurus. I'm also seeing the letter L really stand out, as in Lindsay or Luca. First, middle, last initial could mean something to someone, or someone could even have 2 L's in their name. Ooh. So we have number 11 with sacrifice. Oh, I like this actually. And it says, there are those worth making, there are those that will destroy you. Now, Taurus, I do feel that in the past there have been things you've tried to take a risk on or tried to do for someone else that may have never have been reciprocated, appreciated, honored. Not this time. There is something that you are putting out there. There's something of a leap of faith that you are believing to be really resonant with you, almost as if I feel I just have to try, I have to do this, and you're going to be caught in good hands. And whatever this is that maybe even some of you have to give up a little bit of, so let's just say there's some big job project that is going to sacrifice, your time, your energy, but in the end, you're going to get that big paycheck. You're going to get that promotion. It's a sacrifice worthwhile. And I do feel for some of you almost thinking like something from the past that you felt you were really vulnerable in, or you opened up about, or that you felt you kind of had to throw yourself under the bus for someone, that's being returned to you. And what I mean by that is not that it's taking away the pain that you felt through experiencing that, but Spirit says what, goes around comes around. And even if there was something that was very unjust that happened to you that you felt didn't make sense, or you couldn't put reason to it, and you felt like you lost a lot that you put into it through doing it, something's coming back to restore it to you, to let you know that that sacrifice, whatever it was worthwhile. And again, maybe for some of you where it was something you felt embarrassed by because you put yourself out there, it's being replaced. That energy you thought you wanted so badly, that you thought was going to be all the answers, really wasn't. So keep that in mind as well, okay, Taurus? Okay, let's pull some more cards. Tell me more about this energy for Taurus in July. So first we have is the Seven of Swords. Yep. Aquarius energy. So before July, or maybe even the very beginning of July, someone was being dodgy, sneaky. Someone was doing something under the table that you were unaware of. Or maybe, someone got caught doing something that you were kind of shocked by. You caught them red-handed in. And so I do feel for a lot of you, again, maybe the sacrifice that you made was like believing this person, trusting this person, giving your all to this situation, and they were never honest from the start, or never very real with you from the start, or there was something that they didn't really want to tell you was the real reason maybe why, the friendship, the partnership, the work situation wasn't working. And maybe you still don't know, but I think, again, you kind of dodged a bullet with this, Taurus. I have to be honest with you. I think that this person had carried a lot of baggage you were unaware of, or the situation was a lot murkier than what was kind of being shown to you. And there was a lot of mess under it that Spirit was like, you know what, like Taurus has already put enough into this. Let's not waste Taurus time anymore. Let's expose this and show Taurus that there is a lot under this that was just not going to recover itself very quickly, very fully, or in enough in what would be equal to Taurus's time and energy being spent on it. So I definitely feel as if this was rocky to go through. It was hard to go through and understand, but you know the truth now. And even if it's still not a direct answer of why this happened, know there's more behind it. Know that whatever answer they gave you, or how things kind of ended up that didn't make sense, it's complex and you only know the surface of it. But I do feel for a lot of you with this Seven of Swords and sacrifice, it's like some of you feel really hurt because you really defended this person, or you really gave them the benefit of the doubt, and they didn't honor that. They used that against you. But again, I feel this is meant to be in the past. And again, a blessing in disguise, definitely, for you guys. Tell me more. Then we have the Hierophant. Look at that. Taurus energy, Capricorn energy for me as a reader. So now you're getting to work. I do feel whatever that was exposed, or whatever was, seen as to be something that you still can't make sense of, you're finding purpose into redirecting that energy of what didn't happen into what could happen. And I do feel a lot of you guys are reading self-help books, or you guys are exploring your spirituality. Maybe some of you guys are really kind of dedicating yourself to a new way of thinking, a new lifestyle that is putting you more in alignment with your true purpose and path. And maybe it took that little rocky exposure to show you that whatever path you were on, or whatever was heading down that way, really wasn't meant for you, wasn't going to give you your blessings. And so I feel a lot of you guys, even if it was a little bit of a shock to the system, it's guided you back into your spirituality. It's guided you back into your purpose. And I do feel like a lot of inspiration to get there. I do feel that one day your words or your energy will carry a lot of weight with people. It will, like, I don't know, the words you put out, the teachings you have, maybe from this whole experience with the Seven of Swords situation, or because of the specific situation that you went through, it's going to inspire you to use that to help you form a better foundation within yourself, to trust in yourself, to have faith that things will work out. And I do feel maybe even some of you guys are meeting a mentor or have come into contact with someone that has been a mentor for you in July. And it's been really, really helping you better understand the Seven of Swords situation that occurred in your life. Tell me more for Taurus. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. Look at that. The Ace of Cups to me can definitely be a card of blessings. Blessings that are meant to come in, you know, a new start that is going to give you an emotional uplift, give you hope again, make you feel as if there's something that is nourishing you, that is rewarding you, that is fulfilling you, Taurus. That the Seven of Swords definitely didn't. And I feel as if, again, you guys are so loyal, Tauruses are. They're so dependable. And when you feel that you have that connection with that person, you remain their rock. And that's why sometimes Taurus feels, you know, they get their hearts broken. Because when you have a Taurus's love, it's very rare. It's very unique. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic love. It could even be friendship. It could be, you know, anything that you have duty towards. So I just really want to say, Taurus, whatever that Seven of Swords was that you felt like you gave so much to and it ended up being a sacrifice or you were a meritor for it, it really wasn't deserving of you. Not in that form, not in that vibration. And I do feel through, you know, reworking with yourself, reconnecting with your spirituality, working on your healing, or just better understanding your purpose now that the Seven of Swords has been exposed and is out of the way, is working for some blessing to come in. And so I just want to say, don't feel embarrassed or ashamed by someone's deception, by someone's dishonesty. That's more of a shame on them, not for you to take in. But again, I just want to say that it was not meant to work out for a reason. I can just put that out there and watch and see. Watch and see what unfolds in the upcoming months. Because I feel July is still the work, right? Especially with the Hierophant and the Knight of Pentacles. But I do feel with the work you're doing now is going to show the abundant reward and harvest for the work you put in this month. And it does feel internally, it does feel spiritually and emotionally here. And really, yeah, finding the Seven of Swords was actually one of the luckiest things that could have happened to you. Or else you would have still stayed in this, Taurus. But let's talk about the Knight of Pentacles. Virgo energy. This is going to take time. This is going to take commitment. This is going to take hard work and strategy, but who better than a Taurus to take up this challenge? You guys, like I have Mars in Taurus, so I'm slow and steady wins the race. It's okay if it takes time as long as I still stay on the course. And there may be new habits you're picking up, new behaviors, new ways of doing things that you are kind of, you know, going through trial and error, seeing what works with you, seeing what doesn't, put the value in of what does, and keep it moving. And I do feel with this Knight of Pentacles too, this could also be someone coming into your life to help you organize, to help you structure, to help you get back on your feet, maybe giving you a loan, maybe giving you a place to stay. There is someone that believes in you, Taurus, and I think that person's going to be more and more apparent to you in the month of July, if this isn't you yourself. Okay, tell me more about this energy for Taurus. What is Taurus's crystal energy this month? What does Taurus need to know about July 2025? Okay, so we have ametrine or ametrine, whatever it is. I'm so sorry. Let me know the pronunciation in the comments below if you know it. But it says, balancing masculine and feminine energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. So you guys really are blending the yin and yang within you. And I do feel, and you're going to have to decipher which energy is yours, but it's like either one of you or you guys had a injured masculine energy or an injured feminine energy. So I do feel whatever the Seven of Swords was kind of highlighted what was unhealed, whether that was the masculine or the feminine, and it made you really kind of focus on what needed to be healed in there. So some of you guys, again, it's about if you had an injured feminine, you just were uninspired, and maybe a lot of you felt underappreciated, insecure, unheard, unnoticed, and this experience kind of helped you work through that, heal yourself so you could start cultivating the true potential that you've always had. Or let's just say, you know, your masculine energy, this person made you feel worthless. They didn't make you, or the situation didn't honor your true talents and skills that you effectively put into it. And so then you worked on your confidence, you worked on getting your stability back, your security back. And I think that this is what you're currently going through now, Taurus, is to rebalance or to emphasize either the masculine or feminine energy. And you're already seeing the benefits of it. And that's part of the lucky things that are starting to happen to you too. Because when you start to raise your vibration, you start to see the positive effects happen thereafter. Running into the right people, having these right opportunities, that starts to happen when you raise your vibration the way you are, Taurus. Tell me more. Then we have the new moon in Aquarius, and it says, bring love into the situation. Mainly for yourself, a lot of you, especially if you felt duped, if you felt tricked, if you felt deceived. Bring more compassion to yourself for the fact that this person knew exactly what they were doing or their motivations were. They knew they were deceiving you. And again, I think because they're not taking accountability, maybe you're just trying to find a place to put blame, and it should definitely not be on you. So if that is the case for some of you guys, which is very human, I mean, I'm guilty of that, definitely. Remind yourself of where the true blame really is, not in the fact that you got deceived, but for the person that deceived you or the situation, whatever it be. But I think too, Taurus, it's even further than that. It's recognizing that, you know, again, the classic saying, hurt people. But, you know, it's almost like the saying they say in the South here in the United States, like, bless their heart. Like, if they could only know how much happier they would be if they didn't live that way. That's more of a misery on them, really. Even if they're out screwing other people over, it always comes back to them. And that is something to truly feel bad about. Again, you don't owe them your pity, you don't owe them anything, but almost to kind of recognize that this situation has a lot more under it. And I think for realizing soon enough that this wasn't for you, is able for you to kind of let go of the experience of how much this hurt you and kind of embrace it as the start of your new journey. And to bring love into that and excitement into that, because there is more for you to experience. There is more for you to achieve. And it doesn't have to be affected by this person who, I don't know, didn't add to that, didn't add to your confidence, didn't add to your strength. So keep that in mind as well, Taurus. All right, Taurus. And even so, like seeing, if you guys are in a different time frame, let's just say, seeing this as being, you know, at the end of the day, what hurt you so badly being one of the luckiest things to happen to you. What a 180. And what gave you so much pain could be transmuted into this place of love and gratefulness that it didn't unfold the way you once thought and begging it to unfold. But anyway, is there anything else you could tell Taurus Any last minute advice for my Taurians for July 2025? Anchor. Keep yourself grounded. And I just saw like an anchor tattoo, which is so interesting. I wonder if someone has like either that you guys or like someone you know in the Navy, served in the military, Marines. I don't know what the worldly equivalent of that would be. But I do feel, Taurus, what you do so beautifully is being reminded to you now to stay grounded in reality, stay grounded in the present moment. Don't let the past try to haunt you into what you're to create now, and let the future unfold as it is. If you have good intentions, good faith, you take the effort and the initiative, it will be rewarded to you. And maybe some of you guys with what happened kind of shook up your root chakra a little bit. So maybe there's some emphasis here on healing your root chakra, restoring your root chakra, excuse me. And it will kind of help you rebalance yourself and get you back to the solid, grounded Taurus everyone knows you to be. So thank you so much, Taurus, for joining me for this reading. I really hope it resonated with you. I hope it's given you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance that you were looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Taurus, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Taurus.